better way to do a 336th episode of a YouTube series than with a wall clock, a pendulum wall clock. And you might think, oh my god, you're doing a pendulum wall clock? Do you mean like a big springs, 8-day, proper like stuff? No. No springs in this one. This is a springless clock. Actually, that's not true. There is a spring, but it's not powering it, and it's nothing to do with the escapement. It's the spring is a slip clutch for the hands, but this is a weight-driven pendulum clock, and it's just a timepiece actually. I think if you want to be particular about it, which I hope you don't, because just don't. A clock has to strike, but this doesn't. You can strike the clock, but the clock won't strike back. So in that case, it's just a timepiece, I believe. But wouldn't you like to know what it looks like? Maybe. Well, I'm going to show you. You might think, what's this big wooden rectangle? Well, first of all, this is actually metal on the front. And I'll probably just put a big scratch in it by doing that. But this is a Vega clock made in USSR. It's made in USSR. I presume it was made for export into this country and various other countries. Because it says made in USSR, and Vega, I think, was just an export name. I think the name this probably would have gone under in its native lands, and probably most other parts of the world, is Mayak, which was a brand name or something used by the Serdobsky clock company. I think there was a factory in nearly said America then. I'm so used to saying America for some reason, because I don't really do that many American clocks anyway. In I believe it was Russia, I presume. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was like Armenia or something. I'll have to look it up because I didn't. I don't do any research on this stuff. I maybe did a little bit, but I'm mainly in it for the items themselves. I mean, if you want to do the research, then by all means go into it and put something in the comments for other people to see. But this is what I'm here for, the actual the meat of the operation. But yeah, this thing is surprisingly alright, because I thought this was going to be like a slab of MDF with a really cheap movement on the back, but actually what it is, it's plywood, I believe, with a skin of metal on it, and the movement is quite good. I may as well show you the movement now. Now it's got this chain on it. Now here's the back. We have a green, I think this might be original, might not be. I think it might be. A green wooden, this is solid wood, I believe, isn't it? Not plywood. I think it's just wood. A green wooden box on the back with a movement in there. You can see it is a time-only pendulum movement. Let's unhook that from there. This is the pendulum rod, and I'll use this for reference. I'll explain why in a minute. But as you can see, it's kind of dirty in there. I did have this running up on the wall when I got it, just to see if it worked, and it did. It works really well, and that is because it didn't come with a weights or pendulum. I've got this brass paperweight from Saint Michael as the weight, which works. It seems to be the right weight. I don't know how much that weighs. Probably, I don't know, 4 ounces or something. I'll just guess that. I don't know. And the pendulum is this one. Oh, and there's a piece of paper as well. We don't want that. There's a pendulum. I think it's an English mantle clock pendulum, but it seems to work fine on this. It might be a bit heavy, but it's the lightest one I have. And a better pendulum might be on my Enfield, but that's not even in this building. Enfield, you say? I didn't know you had an Enfield. I don't even show it on camera. I probably need to. Well, I don't need to at all, but if you want to see it, let me know. and then you'll have to probably wait a long time before I see it again. Yeah, this is a pendulum. Enough said. Well, I probably could say more. Maybe I didn't say enough, but in my opinion, I said enough. We're missing one of the bolts that hold the movement in. Ooh, sounds bad. I guess it kind of is, but it works fine because I tightened that one up really hard. What else is there to say before we get into this thing? Oh yeah, the chain can come off. I suppose I'll have to take it off, wouldn't I? But here's the wood and the metal around the edge. Yeah. What else is I going to say about this? Oh yeah, these movements. This is the movement that you see in a lot of Soviet wall clocks. I think. I don't know when it was developed. Probably early post-war, I presume. I'm not sure. But just by looking at it. But yeah, this is. I think it's probably like one of the most produced movements in the 20th century. That's just a guess, but by the sound of it, this was probably made in its billions. There should be parts around, but luckily I have nothing missing. I don't think, anyway. And there was a version of this clock that was sold as a kit for children to assemble, because it has so few parts in it compared to a typical movement with springs and stuff. Nothing could go wrong, really. You just need to know how to put it back together. And this may well have been one of the ones that was assembled by a child or something at home. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe this is made in factory with this kind of look. But I'll tell you what, this isn't the only Mayak clock I have. If I put that back there, that's a good view, isn't it? Whoa, look at that. See it swing. Yeah, the chain's good and long as well. It's even got its original, I presume the original hooks on it. Shouldn't be done in the weights. But, oh, what have I got here? Oh my god. This is another one. And there's the chain for it. I'll put that back over there. That noise probably vibrated all the way up the tripod into the camera, sorry about that. But this is, oh my god, a clock. Oh, that's unusual. This is a Serdobsky clock. I think that's what it says. Which was the name of the factory. My rod's come off. Made in USSR again. Probably, you'd think it'd be for export, but it's got Cyrillic on the front. It doesn't say CCCP or whatever. You probably don't say CCCP, do you? Probably in Cyrillic it's pronounced something else. But it doesn't. It says USSR in English, so I don't know. It might be export, might not be. But this is in fact a model that I've seen advertised as a kit you assemble yourself. I believe this. I thought this might be like a 50s design, but a friend told me, and I believe this as well, because you see a lot of this kind of stuff. This was probably made anywhere from the 50s to the 80s, because they just made the same thing over and over again with the same design without really changing it. Because I wouldn't say it's a timeless design, but I think things over there were more timeless. That's just how the things were. But yeah, enough about it. That took me back, because I think that said that in one of the first videos. How embarrassing. But as you can see, it has a guy on a horse. Apparently this is a little humpback horse. It's like I think it's like a Russian folk tale or something, a nursery rhyme. I don't know. I wasn't there. My screen's gone dark. I don't know if I'm running out of battery. No, I'm not. 84%. Okay. But this is weird printing. It feels like yeah. So I don't know what kind of printing that is. It feels kind of thick ink. Nice colour design range on here. You got blue, yellow, grey, black, and red. That's a good variety. The green, I presume, is made up of blue on top of yellow. You'd think. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I think it probably would be though. And you have two long ships on the bottom, I presume. The hands are nice and chunky and thick and stuff. Serdobsky, What's that say? Chasavoy Zavod. Probably been to Clock Factory or something. I don't know. But if we look at the back, take this off. You can see, we actually have a back panel on there. Unlike, that just fell over. Unlike the other one, we have a back panel on it. The annoying thing is you have to bend this hook forward to take the panel off. But when you want to hang it up, you have to put it back down again. So I'm going to leave it up for now. Whoa, look at that piece of nice wood there. Does that fit in the other one? No, the other one is too big. Why did they make it wider? I don't know. Probably because it wouldn't stand up. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. On this one, you have on the side quality past control, and I think it says toe in there. TOE, toe control. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, that's weird. Jethro toe. Anyway, sorry about that. We have, what does it say? British Silden. What's this? It can't be original. Silden British. I need to look up what that means on that washer there. I presume the original would not have had anything on it, and it probably wasn't made in the UK. But obviously, we have a British part of this clock now, so it's not fully Soviet anymore. There's been a bit of a cultural invasion going on. But as you can see, the movement is almost the same. The difference is being the slip clutch is different. I believe this one has like a cutout or kind of spring washer. That one has like a 3-spoked finger thing. And if you look all the way to the front of the movement, you can see the minute wheel has cutouts in it. The other one doesn't. How very observant of me. This is the kind of stuff I care about, I'm afraid. Anything else? I don't know. But we'll have to look into them properly. Now, I'll end this video here because it's kind of an introduction video. But we'll look into it again next time. And there seems to be a later version of this clock. I think the later ones have Mayak on them. I think Mayak, it turns out, was a trademark invented in 1963, I believe, so quite late. Well, this thing's only held on with 2 little nails, just there and there. So this might be before that, because some of these do have Mayak on them. Maybe it is later, and they just didn't change it. I don't know. But the Mayak one had a different design on the front. It was a simpler shape. It didn't have these serifs, I suppose. I don't know what the word is for something that isn't letter, but we'll take these apart in the next video. I'm not going to mix up the movement parts because they're slightly different, and if something's slightly different, I like to keep it the way it is. And this one as well, I just remembered we've got a stamp inside. I'm not sure what it says. It looks like Joy 61 Rora or something. I've no idea. It doesn't mean anything to me because I can't read it. If it said something legible, I would read it and I would think, oh, that's interesting, but it's just too illegible to make any sense of. Anyway, I hope you found this video. Well, you did, you found it. Oh yeah, the other thing is, this pendulum rod, my other one doesn't have it. But it does have the hanger, and as you can see, it's not a proper suspension spring. It's just, I think some cuckoo clocks have it like this. It's just a little bit of metal. So what I'm going to do is I've already made this rod, which seems to actually fit fine. It's the right length and everything. But the hanger on the bottom is the wrong shape, and it'd be nice. Well, I don't have a pendulum that fits anyway, but I think just by chance I got the right length for that. So this is my new pendulum rod for this thing, and that goes through that hole. Anyway, enough video time. Thanks for watching, and see you in episode 6. No, not 6. I'm not there yet. 334. No, oh my god. 337. What am I talking about?